What is going on, everyone? In this video, we're going to be going through how to convert a string to an int in Java. Now, there are two basic ways in how to do this, and they're both pretty similar, but they have a little bit different of an output. So the first one here, probably the more common, which you'll be using, is going to be integer.parseInt. You're going to be using the parseInt method. And that's going to accept a string argument, and then it's going to return just a basic int, a basic primitive int, which is going to be, whatever the string was converted to the int. And then the other way of doing that is using the value of method from the integer wrapper class itself. And the difference between this one is it's going to return an actual new instance of the integer wrapper class itself instead of just returning the basic int. So, well, let's see what I mean by that. Let's see what these two different ways look like in action here. So let's say I have a string, and I'll say user age response, because let's say I got the user's age, for whatever reason, I accepted the user's age response as a string. And now I want to convert this string to an integer so I can, add one to it on their birthday or something. So I'll say int user age equals integer.parseInt user age response. All right, and now let's print some silly message to the screen or something just to show this output, and I'll say something like happy birthday, you are now plus plus user age. I want to pre-increment so it adds one to the user age variable before we output it to the screen. So I'm going to save that, and I'm going to run it, and let's see what this looks like here. And as we should expect, I did not put a space in there, but either way, we should know what's going to happen here. We see happy birthday, you are now 22, because we originally had 21, it was a string, and then down here, we're actually doing this operation on an actual int instead. So that's with using, again, this returns the primitive int here. This parseInt one does. But I could change that to the value of instead. And now this is actually returning an actual instance of the integer class, but because of autoboxing, I'm not getting any sort of compile error here. So I mean, this is still going to run just fine, as we can see here, if I run that. All right, but what's different between this one is I can get an actual integer. This is actually going to be returning an integer instance instead. And again, both of these do the exact same thing, but of course now I can have different options on here. I can do all the different things that I can do with a normal integer wrapper class that I couldn't do with a normal primitive int. So that's it, very quick and simple video on how to convert a string to an int in Java. If you want more videos like this, make sure you like this video here. Make sure you subscribe to it, and check out the blog over at pragmaticways.com to find other useful articles and tutorials on how to become a better programmer. Until next time, happy coding.